Andi.
Zach!
Yes.
What do you think about me?
Oh.
I think you're a good guy, Zach. I think you mean well. But you keep stepping on your own message. I think you pick fights with Karen because her success makes you feel small.
Wait, now wait.
Until y'all realize that, y'all not gonna work.
Okay, Sistas fans. Now, this clip was on Instagram. Somebody sent it to me, and this is from season 1. Season 1, episode 18, I believe, entitled Bugaboo. I mean, good. Season 1, episode 18, folks. That was a long time ago. But overall, this scene is about a little less than 4 minutes long, and as a result, I can't play the whole clip, but what I can do is get the audio, have that, narrate over a few photos, and, we'll go from there. But basically, to kind of set the stage here, this was after Morris had tried to assault Andi in her car in the parking lot of the club they were at to have dinner. And from there, Gary showed up, beat Morris's ass, and, revealed that he had been following her. And, this was the beginning of his stalkerish career, if you will, in terms of the show. But overall, it did prevent Andi from being raped. And moving forward, Andi goes over to Karen's place to tell her about what happened and to ask if she could come with her to the police station. And as a result, there's a very, very interesting conversation that takes place in the car on the way back. It's Zach driving, Andi in the passenger seat, and Karen is in the back. So I'm going to go ahead, stop talking. I'll let you listen to the conversation. I'm going to come back and break it down.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl.
It is what it is.
Say that again.
Is that about me?
I was talking to Andi, Zach.
Just say what you gotta say, though. Like,
If I had something to say, then I would just say it.
we know that. That's what you do.
Because when have you ever known me to not say what's on my mind, right?
No, you always say what's on your mind.
Exactly. Thank you.
Can y'all make it any more uncomfortable for me?
He sure is trying.
I'm making it uncomfortable.
Zach, just be quiet.
There you go again. Like I'm a damn puppy. Like,
Don't.
I'm not.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait till you get out the car. You had a rough night.
Y'all, I just want to shower and not think about tonight, okay?
You're gonna have to figure it out tomorrow, though, girl.
I know, but tonight I don't want to think about it.
Feel that? Think I'm gonna try and do the same.
what is that supposed to mean?
Zach, shit!
No, just say it. Like, just say it.
It means just what the hell I said it means, okay? Damn!
Okay, all right. Andi,
Zach!
Yes.
what do you think about me?
Oh my God.
Zach, what I think about you doesn't matter.
No, it does. Karen values your opinion, Andi.
Zach, stop. Just stop.
I'm talking to her.
And I'm talking to you!
I think you're a good guy, Zach. I think you mean well. But you keep stepping on your own message, getting in your own way. You got this heart of gold, but you let your emotions and your feelings lead you instead of letting your love for her. I think you're immature. You hide behind the fact that you went to jail. You use it as an excuse to say the man is trying to hold you down, when really you ain't even trying. I think your mama coddled you too long. So every woman you meet, you want them to be her. And to be honest, I think you pick fights with Karen because her success makes you feel small.
Wait, now wait.
No, I'm not done. You asked for this shit. I'm not done. You too busy using being sexy and cute and making love to her and making her light up, when really there's more to being a man. And you can be more. You need to realize that. Until you do, y'all ain't gonna never get along.
I hear you.
Good. And I'm telling Karen the same thing.
Really?
Yes. She can be better too. You can be better too.
My daddy.
Karen, right?
Shut up.
Until y'all realize that, y'all not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
All right, and this is from Fatima X Zach 2 on Instagram. Just wanted to give them a shout out for posting this. But the caption says, well, Andi said they wasn't going to work. Now, let me just put it this way. For those who were like, I remember when this episode came out. And remember, this is when the show was in season 1 and when things were getting really, really good. Because I said it before many times, I'll say it again. When Sistas first came out, it was not doing well on my channel. It was not. I was one of the few people reviewing it weekly, and the views just weren't there. And there was a period where I stopped reviewing from like episode maybe 12 or 13, give or take. But then people are like, yo, episode 16 or 17 is good. Come back. And I'm like, I did. And then from there, the views blew up. And now it's the biggest show on the channel. But I remember specifically this episode, people were dragging Andi, and I'm like, no. Zach clearly asked her what she thought of him. And I remember this was back when I didn't really like Zach because he would keep popping up, at Karen's place. Look, to Zatima fans, and I mean those diehard Screw Karen fans, watch season 1 and tell me Zach wasn't a bad guy. As Andi pointed out, he has a heart of gold, but he gets in his own way. I mean, hell, I ought to find that clip of Karen's mom, Miss Lisa, giving a very similar talk to Zach. And also, I just got to say this real quick, and this isn't to hate on Andi or any of the other women, but I think one of the reasons that Zach is a very popular character compared to, well, the sisters, is the fact that we actually see him change. That's not to say he doesn't regress, but when Zach changes, it's very noticeable. Keep in mind, Andi was telling Zach what his problem was. Miss Lisa was telling Zach what his problem was. And then from there, she linked him up with her man, Chris, leading the chain breakers and, the Zach we see today. We actually see Zach take what he's being told, applying it, and changing his life for the better. How many times have we had people tell Andi about Gary? How many times have we had people tell Sabrina about Calvin? Okay, maybe I'm getting a bit too off track here, but basically you see what I'm saying. It gets old, it gets stale when a character is told the same thing 50,000 times, but they don't actively try to change. Okay, that's enough. But the reason Zach to me was annoying in this scene was him and Karen were going at it. And keep in mind, Andi had just been sexually assaulted. She had found out the man that she loves has been stalking her, Gary. And then from there, I believe that her and Jasmine kind of had a back and forth in the police station. So Andi has had a hell of a day. But Zach is trying to dissect or interpret everything that Karen's saying in response to Andi's dialogue as a jab at him. And it just really felt out of place. Like, come on, Zach, this is not the time for you to make this about you. And, even Andi's like, look, can we please just have a civil, ride home? And, even Karen's like, oh yeah, I'm going at it as soon as you get out of this car. But what Andi says is very, very true. And that's the beauty of season 1, where if you go back and you rewatch it, then there are a lot of clues that set up to where we are now in the show, which is pretty good. It's the fact that Andi really, I don't want to say voluntarily, but she was requested by Zach to tell him how or what she really thought of him. The fact that you're a good guy, heart of gold, but your problem is you use your past in jail and whatnot to, stifle your own growth. You always come up with the excuse that the man is trying to keep you down, but in reality, it's your own bad choices and decision making that leads to you not growing or going anywhere. And boy, oh boy, when she said, you let your heart and your emotions cloud your judgment. You think with those. And if that does not describe Zach and Fatima to an extent, the way that these two are just so hot-headed and they make rash decisions leading to them getting locked up. Case in point, the promo for season 4B. I mean, Zach sees Hayden and it looks like it's on site. He charges at him and he's going to end up in jail. Maybe 15 years. Fatima, she hears about Zach getting locked up, assumes it's Hayden, goes with the baseball bat, and she's going to get arrested. And I really love how Andi pointed out how Zach hates on Karen's success because he isn't where he wants to be. And that's further elaborated on, I want to say, in season 2, right before they had sex in the office, where he said, I would never steal from you. It's like, how trash I felt seeing you get up every day working your dream job at a salon. I forgot who he told this to, if it was Danny or somebody or Fatima. Basically, like, he wanted to, start a barbershop, but Karen was like, you ain't gonna start no barbershop in my salon or something like that. So basically, it's almost like, I guess you could say Karen would stomp on his dreams, where even where it seemed like Zach was trying to grow, Karen would be quick to cut him off. Like, oh, well, you're not going to combine your dream with mine, or you're not going to be able to do this. So, yeah, I can definitely see where it's one of those things where Karen kind of clipped Zach's wings as he was attempting to fly. That's not to say it isn't all Karen's fault, but at the same time, she wasn't that solid rock that Zach needed. Look, trust and believe, holding someone down, give them a place to stay, money and whatnot, that's all well and good. But if you don't give them love, affection, and, reassurance, affirmations, it's not going to work. And I say that not to say you need to simp or you need to give someone 100 while they can't give you anything. But I will say that you can't expect to be part of a person's success if you really aren't even there to help them along the way. Again, I'm not saying you have to give nothing but handouts and whatnot, especially if they're showing no signs of potential or growth. But it just seems you sound very entitled. I mean, Karen definitely seemed very entitled, going back to those early seasons where, oh, I did all this for you and you owe me this, you owe me that. But Zach gave her that $77,000. So after that, what are you talking about, Karen? And the only thing I didn't like about the scene was the fact that it wasn't long enough, because I really wanted Andi to go in on Karen. And that's not me saying, man, look at Andi up here sitting there for like almost 5 minutes going in on the man. Why don't she go in on her girl? No. She was getting to that. She basically said, look, Karen, I'm talking to you too. And I love how Zach is like, yeah. And then Karen tries to say, I'm listening. Shh. Basically like, hey, you shush. And it's your turn to get grilled. But Andi said it. Unless you two learn, unless you two both do better, you're not going to work. And the thing about it is, Zach is doing better. But as Danny so beautifully put it, he changed. He's doing better because of Fatima. Meaning that if Zach and Karen got back together, it wouldn't work. Because guess what? Karen hasn't changed. Zach has. And as Andi said, unless you're both willing to change, to do better, it's not going to work. Because Zach, as she said, oh, loving Karen and, putting it down on her, having good sex, that's not enough. You think that's enough to maintain a relationship, and it's not. And I love that, because if you go to the basketball episode, The Night Game, basically where Fatima and Zach were on the couch, and Fatima didn't want him to leave, because, I mean, to be honest, if I were in Zach's position, I probably wouldn't leave either. But he made a good point. Look, we have amazing sex. This is fun, but this can't be all we have going on between us. So I'm going to hang out with the boys. You're going to trust me. So it's one of those things where he's learning. Yeah, you know, when I was with Karen, that's all I did. You know, I would just have sex and that's it. I mean, even Karen said in that one episode, and I think it was the same episode, remember when Zach was like, are we going to make it? And I did a whole video on that. And basically, it's the fact that I need a man to hold me, basically not after he you know, comes, but and then rolls over and goes to sleep. I need a man who's going to caress me and whatnot after we make love, not just, you know, oh, okay, I'm done. I need someone who's going to be there. I need somebody who hears me. So basically, that's Zach. If you look at how Zach was trash in season 1, and you look at how he is with Fatima, Zach is learning. He's not perfect, but he's growing. And I really like that. So, Andi, say what you will. I mean, Andy's not a good friend telling Fatima to go forward with Zach. Oh, she's betrayed Karen. Andi told her ass in season 1. She just didn't listen. Enough said. I mean, if you heard the episode clip, it's right there, folks. Andi said what needed to be said. Unless you two are both willing to do the work, you two are not going to work out. And remember, don't throw no shade at Andi. Andi's one to talk what? Messing around for married man and whatnot. Andi was asked by Zach himself. Karen tried to stop him, but no. Zach wanted to hear this. And even when he tried to cut Andi off, when it came down to, you know, the whole, well, hey, you know, I think your mom coddled you too long and whatnot, and as a result, you always look for a woman who can play that motherly role. And as a result, you know, like, no, you're going to listen to me. You asked me to tell you what I thought, and here's what I think. And that's it. So definitely one of my favorite moments of the show. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are there any other iconic moments from the series you want me to break down? Again, I couldn't do the voice imitations, but I will say, because I'm still getting over my cold, so my voice isn't 100%, but I love the fact that Karen said show, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know she did it all the way since season 1. I thought it was a more prominent thing where she's had more anger and venom in her dialogue, given the whole Zach and Fatima thing. But no, she's been talking like that since season 1. I've always known the accent, but the show part is what got me. Okay, I'm done. All right, guys. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. And no, I didn't do Drunk Andi because it just didn't seem appropriate. The woman almost was sexually assaulted, so doing Drunk Andi in a serious moment, while funny, wouldn't have been the right time. Maybe next time, if my voice is right.